Gabe, into game week now? Is it getting ramped up a little bit more?
Without a doubt. We have freshmen whose shoes, I was in last year, guys, eyes wide open, but this year, I'm a sophomore, just a junior now. We got guys seniors now. It's way more leaders now. The senior class is a lot bigger than last year. So guys are really taking guys, under the wing and, showing them the way. So I think it's a much smoother path, for the freshmen. We even got some guys who have played, including myself, who still get, the butterflies, it's still very anxious. But I feel like the team, I feel like we're better prepared this year.
Last time you played the Georgia Dome, looked like you had a pretty good game. You excited to get back there?
I really am. The Georgia Dome was a good, a good game for the team. Last time we were in Georgia, being in Athens, we didn't, we really didn't execute very well. And that was I'm not gonna say it was the only thing on my mind, but I know for a lot of guys from Georgia, it's a pretty good, a pretty big game. But it just being the first game of the season, and then being that Auburn and Clemson, the rivalry has been building up over the years, and so it's a lot of heat. I believe, even between the coaches, if you want to say it's nothing personal, but like the old saying goes, players are going to feed off of their coaches. So the coaches are amped up. I believe the fire's there. So the players pretty much going to feed off of that.
When you think back to last year's Clemson game, what comes to mind for you?
For me, big game. First game on the road. That season. It's actually very funny. We came off hitting very well on all cylinders. The game was totally in our favor, and I think Clemson just did a good job of changing some things up. But so pretty much in every game we always came off pretty fast. This year we've been focusing on the little things. It wasn't the big things for us last year. So we're focused on situations. Of course, being more physical. That's a big point and a big step in the right direction for us this year.
Gabe, are you back to your old self after missing some time in the spring?
I said this before. I'm not sure what my old self was. I'm just glad that I finally had a chance to get through a full camp. I finally had a chance to actually work my craft. During the season, it's very hard. It's very hard to get better in practice. You only have about three good days to actually get some good work in. So I'm just happy to get out of fall camp healthy.
It's a dynamic right now with the defensive line, all the rotations. A lot of options there. How's that been going as you head into the final week of preseason?
I believe the rotation D-line is very, very. It's one of those things that I think you need to have, nowadays. Nowadays you see more two-back rotation. I know that doesn't have anything to do with the D-line, but I think guys need to really start realizing if you want a guy to go full speed consistently, 4, 5, 6 plays, get him out of there, get him a rest, and have some guys that's ready, to compete right after that. And I think we probably have one of the best rotations, in the whole country. Being that we're young and we actually have the ability to to bring everybody back, for another 2 years. But that's speaking on farther down the road. But like I said, I know these guys are ready. We got freshmen stepping in. Tyler Nero is going to be one of those guys who's going to be stepping in this year. But like I said, we pretty much taking those young guys under the wing. And, I'm still I'm learning from Jeff. I'm learning from Nosa. I'm learning from Ken. So I feel like that. I feel like the leadership is through the roof this year. And as young guys, all we can do is just feed off those guys.
So you think Tyler might play some Saturday night?
From the looks of it, I really do. Tyler's learning the players real well. His physicality is it's up to par. Of course, being a freshman, it's still some technical things he has to learn, and so does the whole group. But I definitely think Tyler can help us win that ball game. So.
And we have one more for Gabe, and then we'll get D and coaches on his way shortly.
Gabe, you feel like the DL is going to be a strength of this team this year?
I really do. Big part of this team. And saying that, I believe the offensive line can very well do the same thing. We're trying to make a standpoint this year to really make the O-line, D-line, really just because in practice, the first 5 periods it's a little special teams, but the O-line, D-line, I believe it, and I know all you guys believe. We set the tone And if we keep setting that tone in practice, I believe practice will, practice, it just goes way more smoother, So I feel like the D-line can really, up their game, and then as it follows, the rest of the team can feed off us.